case. The court is calling 2023 CR 3443, State of Texas versus Larry Everett Berry. Can I have parties announce for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Kenton Longacre for Mr. Berry.
Okay. All right. And are you Mr. Berry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're here for sentencing. Oh, this is taking a while. He entered a plea on July 10th. Okay, I see why it was taking a while. Your attorney was unable to appear, and then we had to have a mental health evaluation to be completed.
That has occurred, Judge.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report state?
I did at the previous setting, Judge, and I believe, is it 16 months opposed? Is that what?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you reviewed the PSI report?
We have, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report state?
No
No, Your
objection,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Defense, any objection?
No.
All right. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 16 months in the state jail facility. There's a $2,000 fine. The state opposes your application, and there's to be restitution for drug testing. State, you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge, none other than Mr. Berry. He'd like to say a few words to you.
All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Defense, you want to step back, please?
Shall I make a note?
That's okay. All right. Can you state your name for the record?
Larry Everett Berry.
All right. Do you want to ask your client questions?
A few. Mr. Berry. Excuse me. Mr. Berry, on paper, you don't look like a good candidate for probation. Can you tell the judge why now, today, you are a good candidate for probation?
Everyone, please whisper, or either you cannot talk.
Yes, I would like to have probation to change my life. I got a job. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm staying out of trouble. I'm not out there doing nothing to society, anything. I'm just trying to be a better man to my kids and all that. And my son's birthday this Saturday, and I'm trying to get this opportunity to just do right.
Do you understand, we went over it from the report. You understand that the recommendation is some mental health treatment that could run about 120 to 180 days.
Yes, sir.
And you want that mental health treatment?
Yes, sir.
You want to get your mental health issues resolved finally?
Yes, sir.
How about the chemical dependency end of it, the alcohol and drugs? Do you want to get that issue resolved?
Yes,
before
sir.
we finalize?
Yes, sir.
So, and you do have a job now.
Yes, sir.
I understand. Anything further you want to add to the judge?
I hope I get the opportunity to get probation, to get all the help I can through what I've been through and everything else.
Is it fair to say that what you've been through legally has been your responsibility? I mean, you caused it.
Yes, sir.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Berry, my name is Hank Wilkins. I'm a prosecutor here. But I just have a few questions, and if you don't understand anything, hey, I don't understand that. I'll try and phrase it in a different way.
Okay.
But you've been on probation before, right?
No.
You weren't on probation for theft in 2010?
I'll remember. I probably have, but.
All right. You want to show him his criminal history?
Yes, sir. So this is on page 2 of the TAP evaluation here. Did you go over this with your attorney, maybe the last setting?
Yes.
So on page 2 here, this is in January of 2010. You got this theft, granted 6 months probation, and then it was revoked a couple of months later. Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. And then so that's a misdemeanor. But then, do you recall in 2016 you were on probation for a felony assault family second offense? Do you remember this one?
Mm-hmm.
You don't? Okay. So you were granted 3 years deferred in 2017, and then you were revoked later in 2017. Do you remember that?
No, sir.
Okay. I believe there was another one out of state. Do you remember ever being on probation in Ohio?
I think so. I believe so, but I ain't been back in Ohio for years.
Okay, so it looks like you were granted 2 years of probation on a felony receiving stolen property in 2000. Do you remember that? No, sir. Okay. Well, sir, it looks like you were revoked in 2002 for that. Do you remember that?
No.
No, sir. Okay. Looks like you had a domestic violence in 2003 that you got a year probation on. Do you remember that?
No. None of that.
Do you remember your probation was terminated later in 2004? No, sir. Okay.
I get back home. God know who.
So can you tell the judge why, if you're given the opportunity this time, it's going to be different?
Yeah, if I get the opportunity to get probation this time, everything will be totally different. I'm a working person. I don't sell drugs. I don't do anything anymore. I'm more of a family man.
Okay, here's the thing. Don't do that thing about I don't sell drugs. I don't belong to a gang. You know why?
Why?
Because I don't do drugs. I don't sell drugs. I don't belong to a gang. Half the people who are in here, well, I won't say half. I'd say a third. Like your attorney doesn't do drugs, sell drugs, or belong to a gang. So don't do that like you want a cookie for being a law-abiding citizen. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the state asked you about your criminal history. Do you remember going to prison?
Here in San Antonio.
No, just prison, period.
Yeah, I've been there.
All right. So why are you pretending like you don't know about this stuff?
Because I don't know about the probation. I ain't never, I don't know. I just always been locked up.
No, there's an assault case here where you were on deferred adjudication and it got revoked and you went to prison. Are you trying to tell the court that you don't remember that?
I can't remember because I was homeless at the time. I jumped from, I ain't had no place to stay.
No. But people will remember going before a judge and a judge saying, I'm no longer going to keep you on probation. I'm sending you to prison. You're telling me that you don't remember that.
No, because
that's odd.
I've been going through it like a hard time at the time. I don't really have no family here but my kids. I'm the only kid down here from Cincinnati.
No. You're jumping over talking about different things that I'm not talking about right now. We'll get to your children. You have been to the state jail facility before. You've been to prison before, and you're making it seem like you don't remember any of this. Counsel, you want to step back and talk to him and see if he remembers his criminal history?
Judge, we have talked about it, but we've also talked about his mental health conditions, unresolved mental health conditions, which include bipolar and major depression.
I mean, you can be majorly.
As penalty history, he's been under the influence a lot of the time during a lot of his life.
All right, you can be bipolar, but if you've been to prison before. You can be depressed, but I think if you've been to prison before. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me and say, Judge, you're wrong. People who have been majorly depressed don't remember going to prison. People who are bipolar don't remember going to prison. People who are the only person in a particular state or city with no family members don't remember going to prison, because he's just told the prosecutor, and if I'm wrong, let me know. He's just told the prosecutor he doesn't remember any of these charges.
I understood him to tell the prosecutor that he didn't remember the probation revocations, which he and I talked about. And I made a point of saying, you've not done well on probation before on a number of occasions. Why is it going to be different? Why in the world would this judge do anything different? But he acknowledged that he recalled the state jail incarceration as well as the TDC.
All right. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It'll be dirty. I ain't gonna lie.
Dirty for what?
Marijuana
And what else?
and alcohol and I've been partying. Yeah.
Oh, what else? You say alcohol and I've been partying. So what else are you going to be dirty for?
Okay.
All right. And how often are you using cocaine?
Nah, not that much. It was like when I go to parties.
All right. Why are you going to parties and you're supposed to be so concerned about your children?
It was like football season and all that stuff. I go to places like that because I don't have cable at the time. I go to like friends' houses and all that.
And do drugs?
I don't choose to, but if it's there, like when we win, because I'm a Cincinnati Bengal fan. Like when we win, it just slang way like.
Well, that's rare.
know,
The Cincinnati Bengals rarely win.
yeah, but you know, that's my team. Just
No, I understand. All right. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further from us, Judge.
All right. You're going into custody today. This is what's going to end up happening. You can either go to the state jail facility or either you can go to inpatient treatment. Felony drug court, if they have a place available for you, then you will be at felony drug court. So do you prefer to go to the state jail facility, do your time of 18 months, or would you like treatment?
treatment.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, excuse me.
Hmm?
Yeah, because the recommendation is not.
Judge, Mr. Barry has already been evaluated for felony drug court. It does look like as of July 25th, 2023, he did meet criteria. However, he needed to be re-referred if he was granted supervision.
Yes. So that's what we will do, but he's going into custody today.
Okay.
And I know you may think it's wrong of me to put you in custody today, but guess what? Saturday is upon us. Thanksgiving is upon us. And everybody knows Thanksgiving, I grew up Thanksgiving watching the Cowboys play and shelling pecans. But those are just breeding grounds for you to go to somebody's house and end up doing drugs. And guess what? The last time you do drugs may be the last time you do drugs. All right, I'm going to give you a chance. It's completely up to you what you do with it. And there was an application just for regular probation. So the court will sentence you to 16 months in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's to be a referral to felony drug court, regular reporting by Zoom. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor. Meet criteria for PRS. I'm not sure if his mental health issues go disqualify him from status if drug court does not.
All right, then.
Excuse me, Judge, I had a question in that regard too. I understood you to say status first, and if
No, felony drug court first.
I'm sorry, felony drug court first, if rejected their status, if rejected there, then the dual diagnosis.
No, then ISF. Since I know SATF will reject him then for the mental health, remove SATF from my order, and we'll try with ISF substance abuse track, and then if not, DDRF. And the reason why I'm doing that is because what is the wait time for DDRF?
Or it just depends on if the individual is stable on medication.
All right. So we'll try referral to felony drug court first. And then if you can try ISF substantive track and DDRF. And they will let you know what the wait time is for DDRF and what the wait time is for ISF substantive abuse track. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. If you have you reviewed that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right, we can go off the record. So you have a drug problem. That's clear to the court. You have mental health problems. I do not know if your drug problem is caused by your mental health or not, but they'll be able to diagnose that for you once you're in the program. Do not be that person who gets a chance and then you continue to use. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I got sick when I was in the prison. I got lung cancer.
Okay.
I spit up blood every day. Like,
Okay.
I'm trying to get help for that, but they won't be. I ain't got no insurance. I just filed for Social Security.
Okay, so here's the thing. I understand and I appreciate what you're telling me about your issues. One, I don't have any medical documentation of that. And two, how do you think your lung cancer is going with you using cocaine? And are you using cocaine by snorting it, inhaling it?
I snorted,
That's probably not good for your lungs. Do you understand?
but I filed for Social Security. I just got my papers back, so hopefully I get granted or I could get insurance to get the help. But they won't pay $3,000 for the surgery.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you. Okay. Thank you. So that's That last case was a possession less than a gram case, which some people argue that that should be a misdemeanor, but the law says it's a state jail felony. So the range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility. Both parties agreed that if I were not to give him probation, then I would sentence him to 16 months at the state jail facility. That's a case. It's not a violent offense. So the question becomes, if I send him to the state jail facility for 16 months, when he comes out, he's still going to have mental health issues. He's still going to have drug issues. And then I will have just released back into society somebody who has drug issues, somebody who has mental health issues, and they're not taking care of it. So this is me giving him a chance and hopefully protecting society and getting him help with his drugs, getting him help with his mental health, and hopefully being a better parent to his children. Because honestly, you can't be a good parent to your child and then using drugs as much as he's using drugs. So we try. And a lot of times people don't understand. A lot of these cases, when you send people to prison, they're going to get out. Because a majority of the cases are drug cases, and it's not a case where, oh, somebody's getting life in prison without parole. The only cases that one of the cases that you do life without parole is your capital cases those are cases where you do day for day time. And they start at a minimum of 25. So if you get 25 years, you're doing it 25 years. But sometimes people don't realize when you send people to prison, you're just pushing the problem down the line and making it somebody else's problem. Now, there are some people who go to jail. I've had clients who went to prison, and when they came out, and to this day, they still contact me. But they went to prison, they got out, and they changed their life. And there's been some people in this court that I've sentenced not to prison, but I gave them probation, and I will go to an event. Like I went to the veterans event, and one of the people who was in this court on probation, I saw them, they're doing great now. And they were saying, at the time, I was like, who does this lady think she is, telling me I need to do parenting classes or telling me I can't have unsupervised contact? And now they have contact back with their children. And they told me, I did what you said. I didn't come stepping up in there like I own the place and I've been here always. They're like, I slowly built back the trust up with my children. Yeah. So they're doing great. But the problem is when you, in the United States, when you have a felony conviction, it's hard to get housing regardless of what the charge is, especially the sex charge. But it's hard to get housing. And then usually you have to end up buying your place because nobody wants you at apartment complexes. And then usually it's hard to get employment. So a lot of times they actually end up opening up their own business. So this person's like, I open up my own business. And so their business is doing well and it's a legitimate business. Mm-hmm. No, what ends up happening is probation may file a motion to revoke, or either I do compliance hearings and they'll come in for compliance hearings and I'll say, hey, why don't you have employment? What's going on? And then probation, though, they're good. They will usually recommend a place that will take people who have felony convictions. Because there are certain places that specifically want to take people who have convictions. Yes. And they do great work. All right.